Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Comfort Systems USA Incorporated just filed an 8K revealing new investor materials, and I am digging into what it means for shareholders. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. This filing essentially tells us that Comfort Systems is updating its investor presentation, and we can glean some insights from the timing and context around it. Alright, let's unpack this. Comfort Systems USA Incorporated, a Delaware incorporated company, has released what is called an 8K filing. Think of an 8K as a company's way of telling the public about big important events that happen between their regular financial reports. The key date here is May 1, 2026. This is when the earliest event reported in this filing happened. The company itself, Comfort Systems USA Incorporated, is a leading provider of heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and electrical contracting services for commercial, industrial, and institutional buildings. So, they're in the business of making sure buildings are comfortable and functional. They are incorporated in Delaware, which is pretty common for many large US companies. This number here, 76-526,487, is their Internal Revenue Service Employer Identification Number, basically their tax ID. Their main office is located in Houston, Texas, and their main phone number. Now, this is important. Comfort Systems USA Incorporated's common stock is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol FIX. They are not checking the box to be considered an emerging growth company. This tells us they are likely past the stage where they can take advantage of certain relaxed reporting rules. The core of this filing falls under Item 7.01, which is about Regulation FD disclosure. Regulation FD, or fair disclosure, requires that if a company shares any important non-public information with certain people, like Wall Street analysts, they have to make that same information available to everyone at the same time. So, what actually happened on May 1st? Comfort Systems USA Incorporated posted an investor presentation slideshow. On the investor section of their website, companies use these presentations to talk to analysts, potential investors, and other interested folks about their business, their performance, and their outlook. The purpose is clear. They're using this presentation to communicate with the investment community. This next part is crucial. The presentation includes financial information that isn't prepared according to us generally accepted accounting principles, or GAAP. These are often called non-GAAP measures. Companies use these non-GAAP numbers because they believe they offer a clearer picture of their ongoing business operations, often by excluding things like one-time expenses or gains. They see it as useful extra information. However, and this is a big however, the company itself admits these non-GAAP figures aren't a replacement for official GAAP results. And importantly, you can't always compare a company's non-GAAP numbers to another company's non-GAAP numbers because they might be calculated differently. It is like comparing apples and oranges sometimes. This part is a bit of legal protection for the company. They are saying that the information they are furnishing in this 8K through Item 7.01 is not considered officially filed in the same way their main financial reports are. This means they generally won't be held liable under certain sections of securities laws for this specific disclosure of the presentation itself, unless they specifically incorporate it into another future filing. And like most investor presentations, it contains forward-looking statements. These are statements about what the company expects to happen in the future, but they come with a big disclaimer. These statements are based on current expectations and involve risks and uncertainties. This means that what they expect to happen might not actually happen, and their real results could be quite different. They direct you to their other filings, like their annual report on Form 10, for a more detailed look at these risks. This is a good reminder to always check those more comprehensive reports. Looking at recent news, it seems like there has been a lot of movement around Comfort Systems. For example, Jennison Associates LLC sold a significant number of shares. While Triasma Portfolio Management Incorporated actually bought shares, this kind of activity from institutional investors can sometimes signal confidence, or lack thereof, in the company's future. We've also seen headlines about whether construction stocks are lagging Comfort Systems and questions about whether their earnings jump and dividend hike might have changed the bull case for the stock. All of this indicates a busy period for the company and increased investor attention. Finally, we have Item 9.01, which covers financial statements and exhibits. Under this section, they list the documents that are being filed along with the 8K. The most important exhibit here is Exhibit 99.1. This is the investor presentation itself, dated May 1, 2026. This is what we've been discussing. Then there is Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This is part of the newer XBRL reporting requirements designed to make financial data more machine, readable. And here we have the signatures. This confirms the report is officially from Comfort Systems USA Incorporated, and it is signed by Rachel R. Eslicker, who holds the title of Senior Vice President and General Counsel. The date of the signature is May 1, 2026, aligning with the report's event date. So what is the story here? Comfort Systems USA Incorporated is proactively sharing updated investor materials that include non-GAAP financial figures. This suggests they feel they have positive updates to share or are looking to manage investor expectations as they navigate the market. Given the recent news about institutional buying and selling and questions about their stock performance after earnings and dividend announcements, this presentation is likely aimed at providing clarity and context to their investors. The emphasis on non-GAAP measures means investors should do their homework and compare these figures to the official GAAP statements to get the full picture. What I am actually looking for is how these non-GAAP numbers in the presentation tie back to their actual GAAP performance and what specific insights they are trying to highlight about their core business operations. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going, that is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Join our Discord in the description.